Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we're talking these products, the vitamin C serums from The Ordinary. If you're looking to shop a vitamin C with The Ordinary, honestly, it can be baffling and confusing because you have so much choice. There's different formulations, there's different concentrations, lots of different names and terminology. It can be really difficult to find your perfect vitamin C pairing. But do not worry, because here on Mad About Skin, I've got you covered. And in today's video, I'm going to be breaking apart each of the vitamin C serums from The Ordinary, sharing with you guys who I think is most applicable for, any hints, tips and hacks to get the most out of whichever product you choose, and really helping you to find the right vitamin C for your skin type. Sit back, relax, and let's talk vitamin C's from The Ordinary. Now, before we get into all of this, I do just want to say that whilst I'm focusing down on The Ordinary specifically in today's video, that's because they have one of just about every type of vitamin C on the market, and they offer great formulations at affordable drugstore prices. However, everything that I say related to each type of vitamin C will also carry across to the other skincare brands offering it as part of their collections. Whether you want to shop with The Ordinary or you want to reach out to some of your other skincare brands, just know that this video is going to cover off the different types of vitamin C, how they'll interact and work with your skin, and anything you need to know in terms of side effects. This applies no matter which brand you shop with, and hopefully it'll just help demystify everything. As always, I've left timestamps in the description box below. That'll help you to navigate to the section of the video that you want. So if you want to jump to one product review or of another, be my guest, the timestamps are all there. I've also listed all the products mentioned in the description box. That's for your convenience. So if you did want to make a purchase, read the ingredients in more detail, or check out some of the reviews, it's all there for you. Just promise me that whilst you're down there, you'll also give this video a big thumbs up and a like. It took a lot of pulling together, and by liking this video, it helps YouTube to promote the content we create here and reach a wider audience. It means so much to me, and I would love you forever. But without further ado, in true Mad About Skin style, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. Now, vitamin C can deliver so many great benefits for your skincare routine. It can brighten our complexion, giving us that lit from within glow that I think just about everyone craves. It's also a fantastic pigment corrector, so it can even out any hyperpigmentation and just give us a more balanced complexion. Finally, it's a potent antioxidant, protecting our skin from free radicals and oxidative stresses all day long. Antioxidants are an essential part of your skincare routine because they double down on the protective benefits of your SPF and really just help our skin to fight for us day in, day out, no matter what the environment throws at us. I love vitamin C's, but I think it's really important that you match the one that you reach for to your own skin type and what you want to get out of the product. Now, in this video, I'm going to split it into two halves. First and foremost, we're going to talk about the pure form vitamin C's, the ascorbic and l-ascorbic acid formulations. We're then going to move on to the newer generation vitamin C derivatives. There's some significant differences between these two different types of formulation, which is why I want to separate it like that. In terms of the order, we're going to go through it in terms of concentration, highest to lowest, because I think that's the easiest way for you guys to work out what's the right concentration for your skin type. Now, the strongest pure form vitamin C offered by The Ordinary is this. This is the 100% L-ascorbic acid powder. It's in the name. This is actually anhydrous, water-free in a powder formulation. You have to mix this at home. You add a fraction of a scoop into a moisturizer or a serum of your choice. The Ordinary don't really give a whole lot of guidance of what you can and can't pair this with, which I think is my first problem. I loved this when it came out on the market because I like to do a little at-home chemistry. You're mixing your own lotions and potions, and it meant that you had a lot of flexibility. You could use a little bit extra when you wanted that higher concentration. You could use less if you were feeling a little sensitive and maybe wanted to dial it back. However, there's a few things I do want to call out. First and foremost, that lack of information provided by The Ordinary. How do I know that I'm mixing it into a product with the right pH to get maximum benefit? You don't. How do I know that I'm using the right amount? The Ordinary have very unfortunately given us a scoop which is the wrong size for the recommended amount. So you have to use a quarter of the scoop given, and you know what? It's really difficult to eyeball that and make sure you're using the right amount. This opens us to the risk of using too much of the product, triggering sensitivity, redness, irritation, and so I just don't find it the most easy product to use. Through trial and error, I've actually come to the conclusion that I don't think this is the right product for anyone. Yes, there are some benefits in terms of flexibility and being able to control the amount you use, but I think they're more than offset by the risks, which are sensitivity, redness, peeling, and irritation in the skin from using an incorrect amount. The Ordinary haven't really given us enough information to use this in an informed way. The scoop's the wrong size, it's messy, and overall I just think there's better formulations on the market. The one exception I'm going to make is for the body. I do still use this product once a week where I mix a couple of scoops into my body moisturizer. We suffer from discoloration and hyperpigmentation on the body the same way we do on the face, but I find that the skin on my body is more resilient and less prone to sensitivity. So a couple of scoops of this once a week into my body moisturizer just keeps that hyperpigmentation in check, evens everything out, and I think can be a really great addition to our body skincare routine. Taking it down a notch from that super high strength product into this, which is the ordinary vitamin C 30% in silicone. Now, that silicone's important, so bear that in mind. This is a super high concentration of vitamin C. Even though we've gone from 100% to 30%, you think, oh, this must be a fraction of the strength. Don't be fooled. 30% is still definitely up there when it comes to concentrations. It's for this reason that I would recommend this only for people that have zero pre-existing sensitivity in the skin and really have quite stubborn, difficult to shift hyperpigmentation. I think for most other people, you can reach for a lower concentration of vitamin C for the same results whilst minimizing the side effects. This is in a silicone formulation, so again, water-free like the powder is, which will minimize any oxidation and allow the shelf life to be extended. However, you need to buy that silicone in mind because whilst it feels great going onto the skin, so smooth, and it gives a really nice poreless finish to the skin, that silicone doesn't pair well with other ingredients in your skincare routine, so you will find if you try to apply anything on top of this, it'll pill, it'll ball up, it'll peel, it'll be a really unpleasant experience. So if you are using this product and you think it's the right one for you and you want maximum strength, I just say use it as the last step in your skincare routine on an evening, because honestly, I don't think even layering sunscreen SPF on top of this really works that well. All that being said, I think this can deliver some really great results, but because of that high strength and potency of pure form l-ascorbic acid, you will get some tingling, some redness and some prickling when you first apply it, even if you're not prone to sensitivity. I think this is a very niche high strength product, and I'd usually recommend people reach for other formulations, which is what I'm going to come on to now. The next strength down is this product, which is the ordinary vitamin C 23% suspension. This is in a hyaluronic acid base, which does away with some of the problems associated with that silicone. You can use this alongside your existing skincare routine without it balling, pilling and peeling. That's fantastic because it's much more flexible and it's much more of a joy to use. Whilst you're getting 7% less vitamin C, I don't think you'll notice a whole amount of difference in terms of the results that you're getting. This is much more applicable to more people's skin types, and you're less likely to see that redness, peeling and irritation as a result of using it. The hyaluronic acid that it's paired with gives a really nice finish to the product. Will also add some meaningful hydration to the skin, which is great because pure form vitamin C's can be a little bit on the drying side, so it's nice to have that offset with the addition of that hyaluronic acid. I think this is a really easy product to use, and whilst it's not the one that I reach for day in day out, I'm going to come on to some of my favorites later in the video. If you're looking for a high strength vitamin C, you don't have too much sensitivity in the skin, and you want one that's really easy to use and incorporate into your skincare routine, this could be a really nice one to go for. Now, when it comes to pure form vitamin C options from The Ordinary, the two that I recommend most frequently are these two. This is the ordinary ethylated ascorbic acid 15% and the ordinary ascorbic acid 8% plus alpha arbutin 2%. These two are where it's at if you're looking for a pure form vitamin C and you want to shop The Ordinary for their affordable drugstore price point. First and foremost, the ethylated ascorbic acid 15% is really good because they've taken that pure form vitamin C and added an alcohol molecule to it, which is what makes it ethylated, which means that it oxidizes at a much slower rate than traditional pure form vitamin C. Vitamin C is one of the quickest products to oxidize, which means when it comes into connection with the oxygen in the atmosphere, it can start to denature the product. This renders it less effective over time, which is why a lot of brands recommend you keep your vitamin C in the fridge because that just slows all that down. With an ethylated ascorbic acid, that's a fantastic way of just minimizing the oxidative potential of the ingredient, meaning it'll last longer on the shelf. You're less inclined to need to keep it in the fridge, though I would still recommend that, and you just get a longer lifespan of the product. This 15% concentration is fantastic because it applies to just about everyone, bar those with the most sensitive skin. This is where I said you don't always need to reach for the strongest, most potent vitamin C. Sometimes you can get the best benefits from a mid-strength that's used consistently over a period of time. Products that trigger redness, peeling and inflammation in our skin are actually damaging our skin and aren't always the best way forward. Yes, you might get quicker results, but it's often at the detriment of the skin's health in the long term. I definitely would recommend, through trial and error and my own experiences, reaching for a lower strength ascorbic or l-ascorbic acid and just using it consistently into your routine, building up those results over a longer period of time. When it comes to using a vitamin C to tackle hyperpigmentation and discoloration in the skin, I think this, which is the ordinary ascorbic acid 8% plus alpha arbutin 2%, is where it's at. Yes, it's in a much lower concentration than the rest that I've talked about, but don't let that fool you, because that 8% ascorbic acid combined with the 2% alpha arbutin makes this a pigment correcting miracle product. I already talked about how fantastic vitamin C is for tackling hyperpigmentation, excess pigment and discoloration in the skin. However, this concentration of vitamin C is also doubled down on in terms of effectiveness by the addition of a 2% alpha arbutin. Alpha arbutin is a precursor to hydroquinone, which is one of the best and well-studied pigmentation correcting ingredients on the market. I love alpha-arbutin. It's really helped me to get to grips with my own hyperpigmentation, which I have as a result of some of my adult acne that always seems to take forever to fade. I've got great results with this product, and I would say of all of the ones from The Ordinary, if you're specifically using your vitamin C to tackle hyperpigmentation and discoloration, whilst it's the lowest strength, this is the one that I would go for because you're going to get the best results in the long term. Now, hopefully that's explained the pure form ascorbic and l-ascorbic acid options that you've got from The Ordinary. But I did say earlier that I'm now going to come on to the vitamin C derivatives. I find that vitamin C derivatives are like the unsung hero of the vitamin C world. They're forgotten about. I can tell you, whilst I don't have The Ordinary sales figures to hand, I can tell you that all the ones that I've mentioned today are the best sellers, and the vitamin C derivatives are the ones that are left on the shelf, and that's such a shame. They often sound a little bit too sciencey and complex, which is why sometimes we don't gravitate towards them, because we don't understand them, and we could be missing out. Vitamin C derivatives have a much slower mechanism of action, so whilst you have to wait a little bit longer to get those results, they're also less sensitizing to the skin. They're applicable to all skin types, no matter from the most sensitive to the most resilient skin. You can get great benefits from a vitamin C derivative. They're also less drying than traditional L-ascorbic acid options. Ascorbic and L-ascorbic acid can strip and dry the skin, meaning they're not always the go-to for people that have drier skin types. They can actually exacerbate that and make the situation worse. You don't get that with vitamin C derivatives. So I say, because they're applicable for just about everyone, they're really easy to use. They incorporate well alongside the rest of your skincare routine. I think they're where it's at when it comes to my own vitamin C fix. And I now use a vitamin C derivative day in, day out, and have seen some really great benefits. Hands down, my favorite vitamin C derivative is The Ordinary ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate solution 20% in vitamin F. Do you see what I mean by those ridiculously long names, risking putting people off reaching for this product? Promise me though that you will definitely give this a look and check it out, because hands down, this is my favorite vitamin C derivative and the one that I've got the most results from. So this takes ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate, which is the vitamin C derivative, and combines it with vitamin F, which is both hydrating, nourishing, and a powerful antioxidant. This like doubles down on the benefits of the antioxidant qualities of the vitamin C itself, so you're getting that double whammy of protection for the skin. I also love the base because whilst it's in an oil base, it sinks beautifully into the skin. It doesn't leave a film, and it leaves a beautiful level of hydration behind. This is definitely the one that I'd recommend most for people with drier skin types, because ascorbic and L-ascorbic acid can strip and dry the skin. This does the opposite. It nourishes, it hydrates, and gives you all the great brightening, glow enhancing qualities of that vitamin C with some added antioxidants to boot. It's like win win win, ding ding ding, and a total holy grail. You've also got the magnesium ascorbyl phosphate solution, which is a really nice mid-strength vitamin C derivative in a cream formulation. If you don't like the sound of that oil-based formulation of the one that I've just mentioned, and you want to go for something in a cream base, this is a really great option. There's been a lot of studies done into magnesium ascorbyl phosphate and the hydrating benefits it can bring to the skin. Again, great if you have a drier skin type, because this is really rich and emollient, will definitely add back hydration rather than taking it away. I got a really nice glow enhancing benefit from this, though whilst I still prefer the ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate solution, this is a really nice option for people that really enjoy a cream based formulation, layers well with the rest of your skincare routine, and is super flexible. The final one I want to call out is the ascorbyl glucoside solution, which I say is halfway between the other two that I've mentioned. It's slightly less hydrating than the magnesium ascorbyl phosphate, but it's also easier to sink in than the ascorbyl tetraisopalmitate solution. So this is kind of perfect for someone with combination skin. You get great brightening benefit from those ascorbyl glucosides, but it sinks in without a trace like that, and honestly you can layer multiple products on top of it without any issue at all. I think that vitamin C derivatives deserve way more praise than they currently get, and I want to shout about them here on Mad About Skin. If you haven't yet tried a vitamin C derivative, maybe just investigate these three further. They're great affordable price points, which means you can try without committing to a massive high price luxury or bougie item, so you can try them to work out whether they work well for your skin type. All of them have for me, and honestly, I think they're where it's at on the future of vitamin C serums. So there you have it, guys, a rundown of vitamin C's, the different types, focusing on who they're most applicable for, which hopefully has given you a bit of food for thought and help you find your own vitamin C perfect pairing. Of course, you don't need to shop with The Ordinary when it comes to vitamin C serums. There are so many other amazing ones on the market, and I captured some of my favorites in a recent video, which I'll link up there. The reason I wanted to focus on The Ordinary in this video is they have one of just about every single type of vitamin C, meaning it's easy to break it apart and make those product recommendations. Hopefully this has given you food for thought for your own routine, but sound off in the comment section below with what your ride or die favourite vitamin C is. And wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.